Hey everyone, today I am back in the studio. Please forgive my voice, I've been sick for a week. Hey everyone, we are back in the studio and today we are testing the very affordable iNtec Gaming Sega Saturn Type-C power supply kit. In the box, you'll find instructions, 2 adapters for different Saturn models, a USB Type-C power brick, a USB Type-C cable, and the power supply itself, and the cable for connecting the adapters, which also acts as the adapter for VA0 consoles. We'll also get into that later. So the first console we're going to test this with is a VA0. I always hate opening up the VA0s. Okay, just gotta take out the 1 extra screw, and we're in. Luckily, we have one VA0 console that is working. I have 5 of these and most of them are broken. All right, so we have here the power supply itself, USB-C power brick, and a Type-C cable. It doesn't even fit in the existing spot, but we'll see if it powers it up or not. Okay, that is working. Okay, so it powers on. Can we play games? Oh man, I can literally see the video distortion when the CD drive accesses. Is it gonna work? Okay, it is loading.
A few moments later.
I don't know, it does not seem to be running right. It's like technically working. Loading seems to be taking longer than it should. Something is definitely not right. Let's put it on the scope. We're gonna have to remove the motherboard to test this. Okay, I found the 5-volt rail. Wait a second. We got 3.3, we got 4.6, and 4.9. And that 4.9 is supposed to be the 9-volt rail. Let's not use the CD-ROM.
Let's stick the SARU in.
These old cartridge slots often need a wiggle. Okay, let's try it. Okay, with the SARU, the 9-volt rail is now 5 volts. So it's gone up a little bit. What?
Well, it's loading the game. I mean, look.
This is crazy. I mean, the 9-volt rail is literally pulled down to 5 volts.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try unplugging it and then turning it on. Let's just see the nominal,
Voltage.
Yeah. Wait, it's still 5 volts.
So it never puts out 9 volts? So like even
What?
when nothing's using it, it puts out 5 volts?
I've seen this thing put out 9 volts. Wait. Where's the other adapters? Okay. Ground, 5.2, 4.9, 3.3. It's 5.2 volts on the 9-volt circuit.
So I guess the 9-volt circuit is the 5-volt circuit.
How is this thing, okay.
No wonder the disk drive doesn't work.
5.2, 4.9, 0.3. What? I'm so confused.
Why won't it put out 9 volts?
Well, I have checked this thing, putting out 9 volts before, off camera. I don't understand why there's no 9-volt now. Okay, I've got a VASG.
Does it have a 5-pin power connector?
It does.
Okay.
Okay, let's try it in a VASG. Still have 2 5-volt rails. Let's just see how we do with a SARU first.
Okay.
I need to find out what happened to the 9-volt rail. It's like, why is it gone? I think I'm just gonna unplug it, let it sit for a bit.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
I shut it off for a while. So now I've hooked it up to a VASG with a 5-pin power connector. Now, the 9-volt rail is back. So as you can see on the screen, the 9-volt rail is in yellow, the 5-volt rail is in blue, and the 3.3-volt rail is in purple. But it gets better. So let's put in a disc. Oh boy, and look at that 9-volt rail dip. Oh my gosh, we're dipping as low as like 8.5 volts. And let's see just how low we can get that to dip. Okay, so our low is 8.84. So we can dip it as low as 8.65. Now I can tell you that the 5-volt rail is not as bad as this graph would indicate. It is honestly just because of the probing setup that I have here, because I wanted to get a nice graph with all 3 at the same time. If I use the spring clip grounding connector, the 5-volt rail is actually closer to 40 millivolts of noise. On the other channels though, that didn't happen, which is why I've stuck with this setup. So that is if you're using the CD-ROM drive. But what if you're just using a SARU? So you can see a little bit of usage on the 9-volt rail, but not nearly the kind of fluctuation we get with the CD-ROM motors. At this point, it's abundantly clear this thing, for whatever reason, is totally not compatible with any VA0. Whatever happens here makes the 9-volt rail go away.
I wish we had another VA0.
Well, I mean, we do know this one works. It works with the stock power supply. So I'm gonna plug in this power supply and I'm gonna find out what are the voltages of these pins. Okay, I've got 3.1 volts DC, 4.9, and 8.5. By that logic, this power supply should work fine. It only ever drops down to as much as
8.6 volts.
8.6. So by that, why doesn't it work on a VA0? What? Okay. So if I just pull this off, we can see that green is 5, orange is 3.3, and white is the 9-volt circuit. So if I just power this on, in fact, they even label them. Okay, so this is ground. Yeah, 9, 5, and 3.3.
So that's good. It's like perfect.
Yeah, but if I plug this pin header into that,
It won't work.
not only will the console's gonna fire up, but then this thing is only gonna put out 5 volts on the 9-volt rail.
Well.
You're right, yeah, it's like I don't get it. The old power supply puts out the voltages we expect into the pins that we expect them to go into. But then it will provide 9 volts to a VASG.
Wait, it will?
Yeah, it's putting it out right now. I mean, we saw it. Yeah, look, it's delivering 9 volts. Yeah, it's dropping no lower than what the stock power supply provides with 0 load. Yeah, I do not understand why this will not power that console. But I suppose that's not necessarily what this video is about, but it is a mystery. If you know why our power supply isn't working, please do leave a note in the comments. I'm genuinely curious. So, does this work with the VASG?
But
I mean,
yes.
Clearly yes. Is it good? I mean, on the 5-volt rail, I'd say it's good.
Well, it's perfect. It's literally 5.00 volts.
Right, with about 40 millivolts of noise.
Yeah, which is very good.
Yeah, it's under 1%. On the 3-volt rail, however, and we are at 171. So we're cruising at just about 5% variation, which is not very good.
And then that's consistent.
Yeah, it is
Been
consistent
that
too.
the whole video.
Just to confirm that, I am going to actually probe it with the spring clip. So I'm gonna take this off. Okay, so the true noise is 164, 165. So still not great. Let's double check the 5-volt rail. Okay, there's the clean signal at 34 millivolts. Really good. All right, now let's check the 9-volt rail. Okay, 87. So in all actuality, the noise on the 9-volt rail is below 1%, and the noise on the 5-volt rail is also below 1%. The noise on the 3.3-volt rail is 5%. Let's see what this thing does on a different model. Should we try a VA13?
That's what I was thinking.
Do something late. All right, here I've got a VA13, so I'll use the 4-pin adapter for this. All right, the VA13 only runs on 5 volts, Gavin.
Yeah, okay. So then it should be pretty good on that one.
Actually would potentially be great because
The 5
the
volt.
3.3 volt rail's gone. So who cares if it's noisy? You're not even using it. This could be the most useful for a very late model console. Here we go. So I'm just gonna verify these voltages are accurate. Okay, so right there you can see the average voltage is 5.004. That's pretty dang close, with noise of 39 millivolts.
That's definitely good enough.
That's good enough. Okay, let's pop a disc in. We'll put some load on it. Okay, moment of truth. Oh, look at that. Yes, there's dips, but there's almost nothing. The peak to peak only jumped up to 66.
The voltage is still 4.9888.
Yeah, it's saying this disc is not suitable for this console. Please put in a Japanese game. All right, okay, so we're working the GPU.
Wow, that is good.
Yeah, this is great.
So I guess if you have VA13s, this thing works perfectly fine.
Basically, if you have a 4-pin power connector, trying to play this one-handed is impossible. Okay, what can we say about this thing? It's slightly sketch, right? Does weird things if you plug it into a VA0. Works in a VA1. It has a good 5-volt rail.
Yeah.
That's basically what I can say about it. It's got a nice 5-volt rail. The 9-volt rail in a VA0 turns into a 5-volt rail, and the 3.3-volt rail is very noisy. Yeah, that's what I can say about it. But one thing we need to talk about and we need to test is thermals. At this point, moving forward, all the testing is gonna be done on VA6 and later, because if you have a VA5 and earlier, don't buy this product. So I'm not even gonna do any more testing on the VA.
There's no point.
Yeah, there's no point. Don't buy this thing if you have an earlier in VA6. The iNtec power supply is like 91 degrees. Like, it's so insignificant. It's like 20 degrees above ambient. So now we put the stock one back. Ooh, it's toasty. Yeah, that resistor is like 141 degrees. The other power supply is nearly 40 degrees cooler than the one from Sega.
That's good.
So we're definitely getting some switching power supply benefits. If you have a 4-pin power connector on your Saturn, I mean, it actually seems to work pretty well. Even while using the CD-ROM drive, we experienced minimal voltage drops, and overall it's easy to install. So, I don't know, how do you rate a product like this where it's like, is this a good product for your Saturn? I don't know, what Saturn do you own? Because my fear is that somebody would buy this thing probably without even knowing what Saturn they had. Like, I wonder what percentage of Saturn owners know what Saturn they've got. Like how many people just
don't even know that there are.
Yeah, yeah, I got a Saturn. Yeah, this is my Sega Saturn. Like, what do you mean? What's a VA? What's a VA number? You know, that's the sketchy thing, is because like it is gonna plug in. Like, they provide the adapters. This is gonna plug right in. If you're not using this adapter on your setup, don't buy this. Does it suck? It depends. I'm gonna need more information to tell you if it sucks or not. You know what it does suck for? It sucks for consumers.
Yeah.
Like for people like us, we can make use of this. And like, we know exactly where we'd use this. If we were refurbishing a VA6 or later, we'd be like, okay, we can put one of those Intecs in it, it'll be good. But like, I can see why the Amazon reviews are so mixed. And I bet you I could go down the Amazon reviews and be like, that guy's got a VA5 and earlier. This guy's got a VA6 or later. I wonder if you could literally like figure out what VA console the people who buy this thing have by their Amazon review. I'm kind of dumbfounded. This is not the result I expected to get from this. I didn't expect to be this wide of a dichotomy. Like, absolutely horrible for this one, good for that one. That I totally did not expect.
Well, it's not just good, it's like perfect.
Yeah, it's
like
good.
even better than the stock
noise
power
is less
supplies.
than 1%. If you saw any issues with the way I tested this, please do leave a note in the comments. I really appreciate community feedback. Sorry about my voice for this episode. I'm still getting over whatever sickness is going around currently. And thanks for watching, guys. I hope this was useful. Have a great day.